Hey, good evening, everybody. I'm going to wait a little bit for some of you to get on here. It is 6 o'clock Central Time in Minnesota, USA, on June 17th. And we're having a rather cool day. So just wait for people to start popping in. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Heaven's Essentials, sorry, and Christy and Thrifty VG. Hello. So I have to watch like the people entering and the thumbs to see that you guys are even here because there's that delay from when you get on. So hello, Marcy, how are you doing? Oh, some wonderful people. So Rhode Island, how's Rhode Island doing today? Is it cool? Is it hot out there? And then where is everybody else from? Heaven's Essentials, Christy and Marcy. Well, hello, Hannah. Hi, thank you for coming here. I really appreciate it. I assume that you're Hannah, but let me know where you're from. So we have California and Florida. Thrifty Fiji, I love it. You had some clowns, but no rain. I love that. That's so great. It was pretty overcast today. We had a little bit of sunshine, but mostly it was and some rain. But I think our high today was like 63 or something. So it was a cooler day. Thus the sweatshirt. But next week we're supposed to be around 90 degrees. So the heat is coming. In Alabama and Arizona. Marcy, you're from Minnesota. Where? Where in Minnesota are you from? Am I too loud, guys? I just want to make sure I'm not like shouting at you or being too loud in that way. So, hey, Cheryl, how are you doing? Homestead in the Highlands. If anybody doesn't know her, she's from Scotland. So, so great. I know, Thrifty VG, the autocorrect. You must be on your phone then if you're talking into that or something or texting. So, over 100 degrees in Southwest Florida. Ooh, that's tough. So, thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. Scott! I always love, okay, you guys, Hidden Valley Homestead, it's Scott. He always does my name in caps with exclamation points, and it's like, but thank you for working and listening. Just, I hope that you're going to be very prudent in the way of running that crane properly instead of focusing on me. So I hope that's good. So, but he's just a sweetheart. If you guys have not followed Hidden Valley Homestead, in any of these channels, really, you guys are all wonderful. You're all great. So super. So, Christy, you're from Alabama. I know someone else in Birmingham. So is it hot there too? You're talking to your phone. Okay. You got some new sheep that look like deer are an Iron Age breed. Iron Age. Okay. So what was the Iron Age? Was that like the end of the 1800s? Is that what it is? Oh, that's good, Scott. An Iron Age breed. That's really cool. I had no idea that sheep could look like so many different things. I mean, you already have bantha, and now you have some that look like a deer, and you have all these other kind of things. So, Hannah, yes, doing that very first one is it's nerve-wracking to do the very first video, to go live, because it's like, forever, whatever length of time you have, like I go an hour, and it's like, how in the world am I going to talk about anything for an hour? What do I talk about? How do I have anything? So I do keep a little list of subjects that I can go to if there's like a little bit of a lull in conversation here, but it'll come. So oh, the Iron Age is further back than the late 1800s. Okay. Early 1800s? I don't. It's been so long since I've studied that. I don't remember. So is the Iron Age for Scotland or Iron Age for America, or the Iron Age for the rest of Europe, which would be a lot further back than America's Iron Age. So I know, Hannah. It is scary at first. The live doing things live. Even as Scott. So oh, describe my live stream dashboard. You want to know if it's like yours was last night. Um, you know what? It actually looks exactly the same as what I've had the last few weeks. Of course, I've only been. This is my sixth live, I think. So I know it did the same. The only thing that I couldn't do earlier today, I was trying to set up just like a oh, what do you call it? Not a premiere thing, but to set up a notice that I was going to be going live at a certain time, and that people could look at that and kind of you know that that was coming. And it didn't allow me to do that. Went right into a live. So so that was the only confusing part. So I'm not sure if that changed or what had changed or anything. But so, well, Marcy, you've been all over the place then in the UP. So Thrifty VG, the beard of giant finally went to half an hour. You didn't want to do. Oh, okay. The bearded giant. So Andrew, yeah. And I think it depends on who's on your live too, that you can converse with, and the subjects that get going. It's amazing to me how I can be on like all of a sudden 45 minutes. It's like I had no idea that we were talking that long, and that the one thing that's tricky is because it's just you and this computer screen, and trying to keep the conversation going, even though I see your chat and I know you guys are there. You don't hear another voice to be able to get feedback on, and inflection and interest and that whole interaction thing. So okay, there's a button to schedule for later. Yeah, okay. I'll just have to look at that again when I get on next week. So hey, getting started on homesteading. How are you? Okay. So Andrew only does a half-hour live stream, so that makes it a little easier to handle. There's some people, like I won't mention any names, Scott, right, who can stand for like 3 or 4 hours, and I just like, that's awesome that you can do that, but I just, first of all, don't have that kind of time. I don't have that kind of talking ability, I guess you could say. I'm generally more of a listener, so for me to be talking like this really is kind of a little more out of my comfort zone, but I'm doing it. So oh, okay, homestead in Highlands. So pre-Bible time to early medieval is Iron Age. Oh, wow. So the sheep are from that era. Wow, that is a long line. That is amazing. So somebody obviously has kept that line going then. Are they native to Scotland, Cheryl, or are they native to a different part of Europe? Marcy, yeah. Are you planning on moving back up north here? Dave, if I heard what, you would worry. I kind of missed that, I think. Maybe that was it meant for somebody else? Oh, Hannah, I am in Minnesota. So I'm in West Central Minnesota, and I've been in this little house for 23 years. It's about 15 years longer than I expected, of course, but so just making the best of it. This is where I'm at. So getting started on homesteading. Thank you. Thank you so much. So Cheryl says that those Iron Age sheep were wild on an isolated island off of West Scotland. That is cool. That is like super cool there. And then you've got, how many did you get? Hi, SH Momini. How are you? So, hello, Almost Homestead. How are you tonight? So, Ohio. I was in Ohio a week ago. Actually, just coming home from it a week ago. So I was there for a few days, and it was great. It was great. It was kind of a retreat conference type of thing, and it was very much needed. Some time away from work and ministry and all the other stuff I was doing. So it was great. It was a very good week. But it also meant that I got behind on everything. So I've been working like crazy to get caught up, especially on all my, I filmed a bunch. I've got so much content filmed, but I just haven't been able to get to all the editing. So that's a big part of what I have to get doing this week too. So thank you getting started on homesteading. Yes, thumbs up does help me. So so you have 7 sheep, 6 are pure and 1 part bred. That is just incredible. So that's just me. Mom money. It's not mom money. It's mom my me. Okay. Here, you're giving me phonetic lessons now. You're funny, Scott. Thanks. I'm always telling Scott how to pronounce things at Hidden Valley Homestead. So so I'm sending him phonetic things. So you're in charge. Just don't laugh yourself off the seat of your crane. Just stay there, please. I hope you're belted in or something. Oh, Cheryl, I missed your live. It didn't come through. I wonder. I hope I have your channel, the bell on there. So I'll have to go back and double check that. I'm sure that I had it done, but thanks, Scott. I know that Florida's growing season. Somebody put up, who did put up today? Was it Samson's Farm? I think Nathan put up a picture on Instagram showing his haul for today, all the squash and everything, and it was just like filling his back seat and filling these boxes. And I'm like, my squash is like 1 inch high right now. My plants just come up, and it's like, oh, but it'll come, and I'll get all of my squash that I need. So so if I say that fast enough, it sounds like Steph. I'll just have to remember that. So I am keeping a list of these, and I know, Steph, that I asked you before, and I think I just didn't get it written down here. So here's Steph. So Hannah, that's, yeah, all those uncontrollable bugs. That's tough. That is, yeah, we've got our mosquitoes going, and we had some June bugs for a while, but I haven't seen them around for a week or so. We also have the box elder bugs are coming in right now, so which I was a little surprised to see them this early. But so Marcy says, yes, we plan to move to either northern Wisconsin, or the UP, Keweenaw County. I'd have to look that up on the map. I don't know where that would be. Oh, within a year or so. Oh, that'd be so great. So you want to get back into full-time in the restaurant then? Cheryl, I will go back and watch that video. Thanks for reminding me about that. So, hi, Fairy Tale Creations. How are you? I saw your you pick video today. That was great. That's good. So, oh, okay, Cheryl. Thank you so much for coming in, though. I know it's late for you. Thank you for stopping and saying hi. No, don't be antisocial to your guest. You take care. Well, Scott, is Cedarburg, Wisconsin colder than northern Idaho, though? I mean, you can get pretty cold up there. Although, because Minnesota and Wisconsin are in the very center, as well as North Dakota, too, kind of in the center of the continent. Actually, a little fact for you guys. In northern Minnesota, there's a little town called Ely. It's Ely, Ely. And Ely is the exact center point of the whole North American continent. So, and that's one thing that they kind of say, it's like their tagline for their city or something. But it's not a very big town. I'm thinking maybe 3,000 or 4,000 people, something like that. They have like tons of outfitter companies and different things like that, because they're right on the edge of the North Woods for Minnesota, which goes into like the Boundary Waters and all that kind of stuff. So tons of wilderness and canoeing and hiking and all that kind of stuff. So Ely is a beautiful little town, but it's very center of the continent, and therefore it ends up being the coldest, kind of because just the way things work and move, and we don't have like ocean breezes to warm things up. We don't have even there. You don't get much lake effect from even Lake Superior, although that stays very, very cold. But anyway, just a little factoid there. So, all fairy tale creations with your grandchildren. Oh, how cool! That's so fun. That's so neat. So, Steph, I'm glad that you're feeling better. I'm glad. So Wisconsin is colder. East of the Rockies, your average temp is 20 to 30 degrees colder in winter than Idaho. I had no idea. Is it again the ocean breezes that come off the west then, and then as they rise over the mountains, then they chill down or something? I don't know. I've always been fascinated by meteorology and weather and stuff like that. So they get under zero and minus temps for months. In Wisconsin, I assume that you're saying, Scott, right? Hi, Jeffrey McGuire. How are you? Thank you for coming. I really appreciate that. So, so Marcy says, you have a restaurant here in Arizona and people here that depend on us, so it will take, oh, okay. So you're thinking of selling the one in Arizona and then just focusing on the one in Wisconsin, or you don't have one in Wisconsin, your restaurant was in Arizona and I just misunderstood, which is very, very easy to do for me. So I can easily do that. So Scott says, we get lots of snow. He's in Idaho, but not much below zero. We hit -5 this last February a few times. Oh, you're so lucky. Yes, you knew what I don't know if you were watching me at the time, but I did a video on one of our coldest mornings trying to start my car, and it was -60 degrees Fahrenheit, and car wouldn't start, and I'm out there warming it up with a space heater out there. It got us started. But, you just have to get creative and figure out what works. So anyway, okay. So you would sell in Arizona, and then they'd move to Wisconsin. So I get it. I get the picture now. Thank you, Marcy. Yes, Scott, we hit those temps too a lot, like the whole month of February, pretty much. Yeah, it was cold, record cold and record snow in February. So fairy tale, yes, Jen. Yeah, cold weather. Yeah, somewhere, it's got to have like a happy medium in there somewhere, right? Something that's not quite so cold yet not the heat you're dealing with the summer. But Almost Home said, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate that. You just take care. So got Scott, looks like you're my only moderator here tonight, huh? Interesting. So I've got a number of moderators, but is there anybody else here that wants to be one? I could add you to my list in case. There's Dave, mod number 2. Okay. Hey, I like how you spell hi. That's great. For those like Scott who can't see, it's HAI. So I like that. It's fun. No problem, Marcy. Not at all. It's just I can go off on different tangents and think things. So it's just like your hubby likes it cold. Yeah, I don't like it as cold as we got it this winter, but I do like a winter. I lived in Louisiana for 13 years, and I'm talking southern Louisiana, and right on Lake Pontchartrain. And I tell you what, the hardest thing was not having the seasons. You know, here I'm used to having very distinctive summer, very distinctive fall, because it cools down and everything, all the leaves turn, and we've got that fall and that preparation, and then very distinctive winter. And then spring is sometimes here. Sometimes we go right from winter to summer, but you know, we do have a spring. And in Louisiana, we didn't. It was like 8 months of summer, and then just kind of cools down a little bit in rainy season, and then it goes back into summer again. And it was really hard to get adjusted to. So, hey, Leanna, thanks so much for coming. Mod number 3. So, 110. I just can't do that. I mean, it'll get over 100 degrees here in Minnesota in the summer, but not for very long, just a few days. And even that, I mostly just hide in the air conditioning then. So the years before I had air conditioning in my house, when my girls were little, we would actually like go to the library all day or go and do matinee movies for like 3 in a row or something to get some air conditioning to get out of the heat. And also swimming. Swimming is a great thing for cooling your bodies down, at least here when our lakes are cooler water. So Dave, you say you enjoy winter to an extent. Where'd you go here? You like it snow and cold, but hate frigid wind. Yeah, the frigid wind. That's tough. So, hey, Bev, how are you? Thank you for coming. So a fellow Minnesotan. Well, Jeffrey, where are you from? Fairy Tale Creation says we can have all the seasons in one day in the South. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I've been through that. It's funny. So, well, Scott, why did you want to go to Phoenix? I mean, that's kind of. I'm sorry, Marcy. It's like, no, it's, if she's already in the north, it's like, just wondering why she would go there. And it's so hot. You go bowling. Well, that's a good idea. That's a good thing too. So, hey, Narrowway Farm, how are you? You know what? I know I've heard your first name mentioned on other lives, and I don't remember what it is, but I'm trying to keep a list here. So, if you could let me know. All right. What else do we have here? Jeffrey, you're in Northern Ireland. Oh, and it's raining a lot. Yeah. This is not even your rainy season, is it? I thought winter was your rainy season. Unless you have a season in the summer too, but it makes it hard to grow things. I totally get it. It really does. Oh, you got hail again, Leanna? Oh, I'm so sorry. Did it damage things? Hey, Sam. Hello. Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. I have to get caught up on my chats here. So, yeah, we hit a couple nights this past week. We were down to 40 and even 38, but we didn't have a frost. Gonna get hot next week though. We'll be in the 90s. Hmm. Oh, that's right. That's right. She lives closer to you, Leanna. Okay. Oh, that's good, Scott. Good program then. My older daughter's a nurse and does really well with it. So a lot of good nursing programs. So Ricky. Okay. Hello, Ricky. Got you written down there. So, hmm. Hey, Leanna, I did get all mine planted and I have that all on video, but it's been about 2 weeks now. Oh, you guys, I got everything in the garden and the next day it hailed. And I was just like so discouraging after like 3 months of growing these plants and waiting and, like 3 weeks past our normal planting time and finally getting them in and then it hailed. So discouraging. And we had like 2 rounds of hail. So I would say most everything survived, but there are a lot of, you can see like some of the older leaves are have holes in them and are shredded. And so it took a certain toll on it, but I think they're all going to recover okay. So they should be. Oh, Steph, all right. Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate that. Thanks. And you have to go charge your phone. So, but thank you. Thank you so much. You take care. Oh, your rhubarb. Oh, and that's just when you're picking the rhubarb too. Sam, I think I remember you talking about at least a medical history on that. So you're former medical lab scientist from your other life before homesteading. I will have to get in a conversation with you sometime about your transition and your decision there. That'd be very interesting. So 30 minutes of hail. Oh, yeah, nothing could survive through that. Um, so hail even in Florida. Jen, it's been really bad down there too. So, oh, Dave, it sounds like you're the place to be for great weather, huh? So, anyway, where are my notes here? Um, okay, have a question about wild rabbits. I've got a few of them around and I think you've seen Leanna. I know you've seen some in some of my videos running all around, but there is one that is so bold. He chewed down all my calendula that I had just planted. I mean, right to the ground, chewed it down. And this is not inside my fenced-in garden. This is in another bed. Um, but he's so bold. It's like I can almost walk up to him, and he just kind of looks at me like, huh, and then kind of saunters off. It's like most rabbits are just like really skittish, but he just doesn't leave. And he, he was. I came home today, and he's just like laid out reclining, just leaning right against my flower bed, just slow. Just wouldn't even move, and like my belly's full from eating your stuff, and I'm just like, oh, I've done the pepper all over my plants, and it doesn't seem to like deter them too much or anything. Now I know that mint and peppermint are supposed to keep them away. Um, and so I did pick up some peppermint oil. So I want to find out what your recommendation is. Do I add that to some water in a squirt bottle and just spray everything? Oh, bye, Jeffrey. Thank you for coming. I know it's late for you. I really appreciate that. Rabbit hash, yeah. So I don't know. I've been considered like live traps and sending them to another county or something. So I don't know. That Hassan pepper stuff, right? Hey, Prepsteader Bob. Hello. How are you? You taking a little break right now? And Billy Joe. Oh, you guys are all on there. Well, you're together, right? So pellet gun and rabbit stew. Yeah, those rabbits. So and also garlic. So I took like a whole head of garlic and broke it up and just boiled it down to make some water that I can spray on everything too. So I don't know, but oh, back to work today. Okay. Oh, well, thank you for coming in and seeing me. I really, really appreciate that. So, hi, Billy Joe. Um, so anyway, I just want to know if anybody's used peppermint or garlic and if they've had any better success on that. Because rabbit is just like, and I can tell when he's got tried getting into my garden because there's like um, piles of leaves that are scuffed out of the way and different things. And I just planted some more flowers in the one bed that he was in. I just like, oh, I don't want him eating them up. So I'm looking forward to being with you too, Prepsteader Bob. So it'll be so exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. Cayenne, okay, cayenne pepper. What did you grow, Leanna, that used to deter rabbits? Was it the mint or garlic? Um, so I'm not sure what to necessarily use. Sam, yes. And not necessarily live traps either, right? So, thank you, Jen, so much. Yep, I know there's a lot of lives out there, and so I thank you for coming in for a while. I appreciate that very much. You grow both and never use them to scare off the rabbits. Okay. Yeah, this one is just like, he's just hanging around, and he loves it. So I guess I have a good yard or something for rabbits. But anyway, oh, and then it's also digging holes in my yard, and we just like out in the middle of the grass and stuff. He's digging these kind of pits, and it's like, is it to try to lay in it and cool off, or what is the deal? I mean, he's just digging up areas in my garden. So, oh, you're the home for rabbits. Your brother rehomes to his home, to the kitchen. That's great. So, oh, that's okay, Bob. I totally understand. Totally. So. Uh, yes, the bunny is digging my yard up. So, not getting into anything, just digging holes in it in many different areas. And it's like, why? And I don't know if you've ever heard that or not, but he's got no fear, no fear, just in there. Um, anyway, Prep Sitter Bob, I believe that you're in Wyoming, right? At Hope This Works Out Homestead. And, squirrels. Would rabbits eat nuts though, like black walnuts? Because that's usually what the squirrels are hiding around here. So, um, so Dave Northwater says, make a new bed away from the rest and plant carrots in the middle and mint on the outside. Is that just to test the mint theory, or to actually have them eat something other than my garden? Tame bunnies, like it. I'm just worried that these wild rabbits are getting a little too comfortable with everybody around them because they don't feel like they're threatened at all. And so, oh, he's not there yet. Okay. So anyway, you guys, check out, first of all, check out the Self-Reliant Roadshow and Prep Sitter Bob. And then, if you haven't already, and then Hope This Works Out Homestead, because I have never actually eaten rabbit, so I know that they're supposed to be good and everything, but yeah, freezer camp would be a good place. So, Leanna said hers used to dig even in the clean cat litter box. Were those the tame? Um, your domestic rabbits, or were those the wild rabbits? So, yeah, I've got Bev. I have my main garden fenced in, so they really can't get in there. But oh, okay. Dave. Well, then they'd probably go find something else to eat, right? Uh, yeah, Oak Knob Farm, Dave. Yeah, that would help because I know that the places around here, the homes that have dogs, they don't have a rabbit problem, but I don't have a dog, so anyway. So Sam says that Bob should add a 22, what's LR, to his Homestead Connection, part of the Self-Reliant Bus for me. 22 LR. Missing that, Sam, so I'm not sure. Hi, God's Third Acre. How are you? Sorry, I missed you if you've been on here for a while. And so that's true. That's true, Dave. I might save the rabbit for those really hard times when I have no meat at all. Oh, okay. A long rifle. I'm actually pretty good at a 22 rifle. So years and years ago, years ago when I was in college the first time, I was part of an ROTC program. And, or I shouldn't say I was part of the program, I took classes in the program. And one of them was marksmanship. And so we used the 22 Army rifle on the, and we went on competitions, and I went to one in South Dakota with a group, and I actually won. So I enjoyed it, and I had a pretty good aim. So it was kind of fun. Haven't shot for quite a while, but I know I could do that. They make a low hot wire fence. Oh, that might be something to think about. Because I just don't want to cover like all my flowers up with chicken wire and stuff. I mean, I just don't want to go there. But because I have those there to enjoy and to look at, and they're pretty. So I'd like to keep them. But the one string of hot wire, that wouldn't be bad. So Hannah says she's got rabbits taking over her garden, and she's ready to go hunting. The worms during the summer heat stops you. Yeah, God's Third Acre. That is tough. So it is so tasty. Yes, they are. Lemons are tasty too. Oh, Hannah, 5 tomato plants. Oh, that's not good. So, okay, there's something for our list, Prepsteader Bob. Thank you so much. That'd be great. And so, for any of you who don't know, Prepsteader Bob is actually going to come to my house sometime in July. I believe is when it is. So I will let you know closer to the time when I know more of a date, and I'm excited. I'm really excited to have him here. So it's going to be great. Oh, that's an idea. Hannah, that's really good. Trapping them, using their manure during the summer, and then harvesting them during the winter months. That's a good process and good return for whatever's there, right? So, yeah. So, good evening, Genetry, or Genetry Homestead. Genetry, sorry. People actually buy rabbit poop there. Oh, that's great. So, anyway, I gotta show you something. I don't know if any of you follow the ever famous Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, but a few months back, Stacy was showing how she keeps her packets of seeds and everything, and she actually keeps them in a binder. And this is just one I got. It's kind of all girly floral, and then uses these like big trading card. There's four to one. 4 to a sheet, and she puts her seed packets in here, and I did this, and it's like, it is so great, so cool. So ones I could save for next year, and I have them all organized, like all the tomatoes together, and my squash together and stuff. And what I want to do with these, because I'm growing a lot of things, a lot of brands of seeds and everything that I've not grown before, and so like this first year that I've ordered from Baker Creek and different things like that. So what I want to do is they're growing. I'm going to put in like a slip of paper, a piece or a little card or something that I'll write on. It's to say, that these germinated really well or grew really well and produced well, or these didn't, because I have like 3 different kinds of tomatoes and stuff. So I think that's, just so that if I'm going to use any of these seeds next year, I will know which ones to not use. I can either just put a big red X over it or something, or just take them out of here and not use them and keep a list of ones I don't want to or something. But anyway, I got these sleeves from Amazon, and they didn't have this in Walmart. They had some that had like 9, I think it was 9 sections across for the smaller trading cards and everything, but they didn't fit these bigger Baker Creek envelopes. So these Baker Creek has such big seed envelopes, but these fit them perfectly. So yeah, I'm just really kind of excited about this to be able to have that. And it's as long as I keep it upright, the seeds won't fall out. So because they are open on top, and I could turn it over and have them open on the bottom, and then, but it just is easier to get them out this way. But with the envelopes, I only tear the corners off when I plant them. So hopefully the seeds will all stay settled on the bottom, and if I keep this upright, I shouldn't have any problems with it falling out or anything. So, all right, I need to get caught up on my chat here. So, electric fence. Okay, Sam. Back to my plants. Rabbit's feet. Okay. I could go into business with that, right? Let me see. So Sam. So I got lots of great ideas on the book. Yeah. So Hannah, you want to know how to tag people? Did anybody let her know that? Oh, on the phone. Okay. Thank you, Sam. You're really good at that. So appreciated that. Do the seeds try to come out? Oh, okay. I kind of answered that, I guess. They don't normally if I just keep it upright or laying it down. I think if I turn it upside down, there might be an issue with that, but I just have to kind of be careful with that. So, Billy Joe, you can, everybody else is telling Hannah how to do it, so you can learn too, right? And how to tag people and that. So, Hannah, when you try the @ sign, it will pop up their name if you start typing it in. It's for the first 2 characters of their name, and then the rest of it in, just click on it, and it automatically puts the whole thing in there. So, bye-bye, Prepsteader Bob. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. I hope you're still here so I can say goodbye to you. So Sam, okay. So your seeds hang out in your deep freezer in a bag. Oh, that's an idea. Okay, just freeze the seeds. Yeah, because I think it's the air and everything, as well as the heat around it that can deteriorate those, right? So, hey, Brett, how are you doing? Thank you coming from Louisiana. Broussard Homestead in the house. Okay, Heaven's Essentials. The binder is, these are just like 8.5 by 11 or 9 by 12 sleeves, something like that. And it's just a regular 1-inch binder. I may end up having to get a thicker binder because this is the 1-inch one that just filled up my seeds here. And if you're planting a lot or have a lot of packets, it'll fill up faster. You might want a 2-inch binder. Yeah, just regular size binder. And these are 4 sections to a pack, and there's 25 sleeves in a pack from Amazon. And I'm trying to remember, I don't remember how much they were, but they're definitely worth it. Because otherwise I just throw them all in a bag and they get stuck somewhere. But Sam has a good solution to put them in the freezer. So that's really good. So yeah, high humidity and warmth for sure will kill the seeds in that way. So sometimes I wonder why they don't start sprouting in packets. So, but yes, Sam, you would have a lot down there. Yeah. Sam would be sprouting all over the place. Yes. So anyway, I put that together this last week because I I wanted to get a little organized for that and be able to have my notes somewhere. And so I think this is going to work out well. Oh, bye, Ricky. Take care. Let us know how many babies your cat has. So, oh, God's third acre. Yes, on the road for 10 days. Oh, I thought I had written you down here. I don't remember your first name. I'm sorry. Oh, no, here you are. Denise. I did. So, Denise, being on the road for 10 days, that is huge. Oh, my goodness. I know I was on the road for 5 days, and I know how long it's taken me to get caught up on things. So, yeah, you know, beans probably would. I used all my beans, so I didn't, you know what, and I didn't save the packet. So, but I know what I got, so I should see if I can, if they had them anywhere. I don't know. I think I got rid of everything, but yes, if you have beans left over, it would make it bulge. Then you can just, you know, get a 2-inch binder or something, get something bigger. So. Well, Leanna, that's good because those kitties are in a different state, so I think you're okay there. Yes, Sam, please. That would be great. Sam wants to share about content creators. That would be perfect. Thank you so much for asking. Hi, Mary or Mari? Mary's Vegetable Garden. Hello. Thank you for coming. Yes, Sam and I, and Sam is Green Acre Homestead, McCoy's Oak Hill Farm, Oak Knob Farm. Who else is here? Scott, are you part of the content creators? I'm not sure. And myself, we're part of the content creators, and Sam just did a little plug for that, and so it'd be great. It's a great community. We're there to help one another, to learn from one another, ask questions about doing, you know, any of our content, whether it's editing or going live or any of that kind of stuff. So, oh yeah, Prepsteader Bob is, and Billy Joe is. So, yep, that's right. I'm sorry, Billy Joe, I didn't mean to leave you out. So, yes. So, yeah, it's a great group, and they've just been really wonderful and helpful. And we can promote our videos there. We can promote our live streams. We just get in there and chat about different things. So it's really nice. That's amazing, though, Sam. It's grown to over 70. I think when I got on there, there were, I don't know, in the 20s or 30s or something like that. So you're so sweet, Billy Joe. Thank you. Yes, it really is a great group. It is really good. So anyway, well, got about 8 minutes left here. So anybody wants to know about or find out about or anything, those who've gotten on a little bit later, yes, I am in a sweatshirt. Today's high was about 63 degrees or so. So it's been a little chilly. The house all opened up and letting that fresh air all in. It's been kind of nice. It's been great. Yeah, I had, I don't know if anybody had seen a picture that I posted on my Instagram today. It was with my garden further along than what my videos are showing at this point. But I did actually put the row covers on, you know, like a real lightweight row cover over some of my beds when I was gone for 5 days. Because remember I talked about the elm trees that are on the side of my property, how the seeds were all ripe and ready to fall down. And when they do, it's like snow. And I get a gazillion of them in my garden. So I've got all these little elm trees growing up in my garden beds. And it's just a pain in the tushy. And so anyway, I thought, well, I'll try to get ahead of it. And so they were starting to get to the point of falling off the tree, all the seeds. And so I covered as many beds as I could with the the lightweight row covers. before I had to leave for Ohio. And when I was gone for 5 days, in the night, or the day before, I planted my beans and I planted, um, my onions and sets and different things like that, and my onion seeds. Well, I come back after 5 days, and my beans are like 4 inches tall. So not only did they germinate and sprout, they were already 4 inches tall with full leaves on them and everything. I'm like, what? In 5 days? It was crazy. Um, and with all of that, and then my onion sets were about 6 to 7 inches tall and kind of getting curled all over and bent because it had rained and the weight of the row cover. And so anyway, there weren't that many elm seeds on there. I mean, there were a few, but so I just took them all off, and everything's been growing great and everything. But it was crazy how just that lightweight row covering. Now, it was hot here while I was gone. And it was gorgeous in Ohio. It was like in the mid 70s, but apparently that was when it got into the 90s here. So anyway, with the row cover, with it being wet under there, with that heat, made this wonderful little greenhouse for these, and just they grew like crazy. So anyway, I just had to kind of throw that in there. One cat so far, Ricky. Oh wow. Is filming birth or anything of it get knocked on YouTube? I don't know. They've shown births of cows and lambs and sheep and goats and everything, and people are still on there. So I think you're okay, Ricky. Yeah. So Scott, you're wondering what content creators is? Okay. Yeah, Dave just put a link up again. Sam had put a link there too. So if you go to that link, it will bring you to the groups. And I don't know what the new process is after that. If you have to get vetted or what it is, I don't know. I don't know what the board says on that. But oh, VG, Thrifty VG, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. It was great having you here. Thank you. Yes, Sam's like, we truly help each other. So kind of piggybacking a little bit on what Prepsteader Bob said in his live last night about how we have to be here to help one another, not be in competition with one another. And that is so true. That's just so true. We just really need, this is a whole new format for all of us and a whole new way of getting in touch. I mean, look at, I've just met all of you guys, and you just enhanced my life so much, and I really, really am grateful for it. I really appreciate it, and I'm so grateful for all of you. So, Denise, I think Sam, you did, didn't you? Weren't you the one who started it? So, yeah, Scott, it's great. It's really nice. So, yep, Sam at Green Acre Homestead started the content creators. So, thank you, Dave. I was pretty sure it was Sam, but and he's kind of the main. He's the main tech behind it, first of all. So it's governed by a group of senior admins who I trust judgment of and counsel each other. And so even though Sam was the initiator and the creator, he's very wise at taking a lot of other people's judgments, like you said, and the ideas and wisdom and everything to help us out. So, yep, it's not a Sam show. So, well, thank you, Heaven's Essentials. That's so sweet. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, we peons refer to them as the senior class. Okay. Only because they've been around it a little bit longer than we have. So, yeah, I've only had my channel for since 6 months now, actually. So I'm just almost at the exact 6-month mark. So, and I'm growing. It's like some people, And then there again with um, not getting into competition, but helping one another, it's very, very easy to get into comparison. And that can be very destructive. You know, comparing your channel to somebody else's, comparing how you're doing compared to this other person. It's like, they're doing this and they're growing fast. Why can't I grow? Da, da, da. It's really self-destructive to start getting into that. And so, you just have to do what you can do. You know, I would love to be able to put out videos every day, but the fact is that I'm full-time freelance graphic design. I'm here by myself. I've got my garden. I've got family. I've got, you know, so many, you know, several different ministries that I'm part of. So my time is really, really pulled. So, you know, so I do what I can do. I try to get out 2 videos a week and then a live. And so, you know, if that's all I can do, that's all I can do. If I can only do 1 a week, then that's what I have to do. But you know, and it'll grow in its own time. So we have to always remember that. Going, you know, somebody's like, I only have 83 subs. It's like, oh, you know, just do what you can do. And like this content creators, it's a connection there, so we can get support from one another and help us to grow in the way that we need to grow. So yeah, Leanna, there are so many things to do. So, and you are a just go do it person. Yeah, you don't think of the video part. It's like, gotta get it done. Don't think of video in it. I know those, you know, there are a lot of people, I just think of like Jess and Maya, Roots and Refuge. Yeah, they've grown really, really fast. But they also, they bring their camera with them wherever they are and whatever they do. And they're constantly filming. But that's what they're able to do right now. And that's what they're called to do. So right now, you know, that's just not in the, it's just not in the books for me right at this point. So Denise, you canned 5 quarts of sauerkraut. Ooh, that would have been a good video, but you know what? It's okay. Sammy likes sauerkraut. Yep. All right, guys. Well, I've got like 1 minute here. There's a lot of other lives coming on at 7 that I want to honor and make sure that you guys can get to those, and so we can support other people too. And I'm so grateful that you came here. Thank you so much. It's so good to see you. Yes, I have my Northstar hoodie here. So I know that Big Family Homestead's on at 7. Stivers is on either at 7 or 8. And the 2 Family Homestead, I think, is on at 8 or something like that. So there are a number of others that are trying to get their lives in too. And you know, it's great. Sometimes they can only spend 5 minutes with one and they have to go to another one or something. So thanks, Ricky. Hey, good luck with your kitties. You have to let us know how many you get. So you guys take care. Have a good night. Thank you so much for coming. And yeah, check out Discord and the content creators. It's so great. Thanks, guys. Good night. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.